Let's be real, in this non-stop world we live in, when do you actually get true, deep rest? It feels almost impossible, right? Well, what if I told you there's a way to tap into it on demand? That's what we're diving into today with Yoga Nidra, a really accessible practice that's often called yogic sleep.
Okay, so yogic sleep. What on earth is that, really? It sounds a little mystical, maybe a bit out there, but it's actually a super systematic, guided practice. And here's the key thing. It's not about actually falling asleep. Nope. It's about finding this amazing sweet spot, the state of consciousness right on the edge of sleep. So let's break down how it all works.
At its heart, Yoga Nidra is a guided meditation. And the whole goal? To get you into that incredible in-between state, not quite awake, not quite asleep. Because it's in that special zone that your body finds this amazingly deep, restorative relaxation, and your mind can be both super aware and totally calm at the same time. All right, so here's our roadmap for the journey. We'll start with a quick primer, then get into conscious comfort. After that, we'll move through the body scan, explore sensory awareness, use our breath as an anchor, and we'll wrap it all up with expanding consciousness. Let's jump right in.
First things first, a quick primer. This is so important. Before we even get into the how-to steps, you've got to get the mindset right. See, Yoga Nidra isn't about trying to relax or chasing some goal. The whole game is about systematically and gently just letting go.
All right, let's get into the first real step, conscious comfort. And you're going to love this part because it is so incredibly easy. You can do this practice lying down, sitting up in a chair, even on your side. Seriously, the only rule is to get as comfortable as you possibly can.
To get ready, there's this simple little framework. You can think of it as the CCC method. First, you just kind of gently move your joints with some awareness, just letting your body settle. Second, if your mind is racing with thoughts, you use short little breaths to just let them go. And third, you slide into what's called a causal state of being. Now, what does that mean? Let me show you.
It really all comes down to the simple but incredibly powerful idea. You have do nothing, be nothing. Think about that for a second. It's about dropping all the hats you wear every single day. Your job, your roles in the family, all of it. You just allow yourself to exist. No performance, no pressure. So ultimately, the experience you're going for here is just being there. That's it. No agenda, no effort. And this profound state of non-doing, well, that's the launch pad for everything that comes next.
Okay, foundation step. Now we move into step 2, which is known as nyasa. But really, you can just think of it as the body scan. This is where you're going to take your mind on a very specific, guided tour of your own body, piece by piece.
So, how does it start? You begin with a really broad sweep of your awareness. Just imagine a gentle light scanning over the 4 sides of your body: the front, the back, the left side, and the right side. You're not looking for anything in particular, just noticing whatever sensation is present.
From there, we zoom in. The scan deepens. Your focus gets a lot sharper as you mentally travel to 32 distinct points all over your body. Yeah, this takes a little more concentration. You land on one point, feel whatever's there, and then you just move on to the next.
And finally, for the grand finale of the scan, it expands again. This is the most intricate part. You widen your awareness to 60 different points, and you move through them in a circular pattern. The whole idea here is to create this all-encompassing field of perception where your awareness holds the entire body all at once.
So what's the payoff for all this scanning? Well, the experiences are very real and tangible. You might feel tingling, maybe some numbness, or a deep sense of sleepiness. That's totally normal. This journey through the body is what leads to that profound physical rest and relaxation.
All right, once the body is deeply relaxed, the practice moves into a more subtle layer. This is all about sensory awareness. This stage is where you consciously start to awaken and explore opposite sensations within your body.
The first pair we play with is heaviness and lightness. You'll be guided to first feel the entire body is heavy, like it's sinking down, completely grounded. Then, you flip the switch and evoke the total opposite feeling, a sense of the body being light, buoyant, almost like it could float away.
The next pair is cold and warmth. You're guided to experience a sensation of coolness spreading through your body, and then you contrast that with a feeling of gentle permeating warmth. By holding these opposites in your awareness, you actually learn to balance the body's subtle energies. It's pretty cool.
And here's a fascinating little detail.
These sensations often map to specific areas of the body. While you can feel them everywhere, it's pretty common to experience that lightness in the front of the body, the heaviness in the back, coolness on the left side, and warmth on the right. This pattern helps to ground these abstract feelings in a very concrete experience.
And now for our fourth step, we're bringing in a powerful anchor. With the body relaxed and the senses awakened, the focus now shifts to the breath. And the breath serves to unify the mind and the body.
Now the technique here is very specific. First, you just feel the sensation of your breath right at the tip of your nose. Then, you start to notice the subtle coolness of the in-breath and the slight warmth of the out-breath. And finally, you begin to count mentally from 1 all the way up to 25 and then all the way back down from 25 to 1. This simple act is an incredibly powerful way to focus the mind.
And you know, this is so much more than just a breathing exercise. The conscious experience you're cultivating here is a deep synergy, a harmonious alignment of your body, your breath, your brain, and your mind. Everything just comes together as one.
And this leads us to the final and, honestly, the most profound stage of the practice, the expansion of consciousness. This is where we use visualization to move beyond the boundaries of our physical self. Here, you're guided through these really powerful elemental visualizations. You might be asked to expand your awareness from the room you're in, up into the sky, and out into the vastness of space, until the feeling of your body just dissolves. Or you might trace the path of water from your home to a river to the vast ocean until you feel like you dissolve into that as well.
The whole purpose of these visualizations is to guide you to the ultimate conscious experience of Yoga Nidra, a feeling of dissolution where the boundaries of the self just seem to fade away, and a profound sense of unity with everything arises.
And that really brings us to our final thought. We've just walked through this practice that's based on systematic relaxation and non-doing. So I'll leave you with this question. In a world that constantly demands action and effort from us, could consciously doing nothing actually be the most important thing you do for your well-being?